all the way to the northern region, and we're focusing on the Sabare Chips compound. And this chips facility is struggling with facilities to provide adequate health care to the people. We actually have a report on this and by our Northern Regional Bureau Chief, Shawana Yusuf. So let's watch this report, and when we come back, we'll have a conversation with her and also get to speak to people that are involved in this whole thing, and let's see the way forward.
From inadequate infrastructure to a shortage of essential medical equipment, the Sabare Chips compound has been left behind in the delivery of basic health services to the community. Pregnant women in labor are forced to use a damaged delivery bed that lacks the support stands required during childbirth. ChannelOne TV understands that the situation compels health workers to rely on relatives to hold the legs of women in labor, an act that violates their privacy and dignity.
Where the women are supposed to support their legs while they've all removed. At times, when you get a client that cannot cooperate, you need to call the relatives or the staff that are around to support the patient for you to do the delivery. And the bed is not comfortable again. At times you stand and then by the time you finish, your waist is paining.
Another health staff member told ChannelOne TV that the challenges extends beyond the infrastructure, citing the lack of record books and computers to properly document patient information as a major concern.
We also have to resort to exercise books so that when they come, they'll be using those ones as the folders. We don't have folder. So the clients have to go to the town, buy the exercise book and come before we can use that one as the folder. So we have one folder that we look through and then write all the details that will be needed inside before we attend to them.
Some patients who spoke to ChannelOne TV expressed frustration over the condition of the Chips compound, saying the lack of alternative healthcare options leave them with no choice but to continue using the facility despite its challenges. However, an act of kindness by the Anta Next Generation Foundation has brought a ray of hope to residents following the donation of medical supplies to help improve healthcare delivery at the facility. Speaking during the presentation, the executive director of the foundation, Alhaji Idrisu Mohammed Shani, said the gesture forms part of their commitment to supporting underprivileged communities to access quality health care.
No longer will patients have to lie on makeshift arrangements or share limited bed spaces. Each bed represents our commitment to ensuring that even in our most remote communities, sick persons can receive care with dignity.
Well, and that's the situation at the Sabare Chips facility. It actually breaks my heart, especially when they talk about, you know, how some of the women have to give birth. You know, forgetting that they are supposed to, it's supposed to be a process that also protects your dignity and your human rights. But for you to be put in a position where the people can't even help you, that they need to call other people that are not medical staffs.
Looking at the facilities of, well, congratulate the benevolent individuals or the group that went there to at least present something to the people, because this is what we've been calling for, at least call for action. We should all support the effort of the government to make our surrounding and make our environment at least conducive for us all to operate, or a better environment for doctors, nurses, and also patients to also attend health facilities and enjoy from what the government has to do or what we can do for them.
But you see,
but looking at this facility, just look at the video and look at the roof. The ceiling of this.
There's no place to even hang the, I mean, there's no, I don't know what they call it medically, the one that they used to hang the drip. They had to put it on the ceiling, which is a bit worrying. And if you look well, if you look at this video well, you would see there are more women and children.
Yes.
So that means these are people that probably need maternal care.
And they have rusty equipment. most of the equipment that they don't even have the needed equipment to. So
And you see that ball? That's where they put the babies.
we would want to engage Shawana more and find out from Shawana how long this facility has been in existence. We know it's a CHPS compound, and definitely it's not going to serve a lot of people. It's going to serve a few. So what really the facility, for how long the facility has been this?
Yeah, I'm actually very curious to know
Yes.
that. For how long has it been in this situation? And also, when was it established? And how empty was it when it was, established?
How many
you know?
women visit the facility every day?
Talking about women, I said if you watch this video closely, you would see that it's more women and children that are actually coming for this. So yes, there will be, they need maternal care, antenatal, like it's a lot of things.
And
going on.
the bigger question we've always been talking, we talk
on.
about nurses, doctors or health practitioners, etc. in this country moving to seek for greener pastures elsewhere. And the question we all be asking ourselves is, if you should post me,
exactly, would I want to be here?
Go to a facility like this and look at how the facility looks like without the necessary or the needed equipment to work with, would you want me to conjure something from the skies to work with it? Or you would want me to do some sort of magic to work? No, we need to really pay attention to these things when it comes to issues like that. And that is why we are here, at least to tell you where the issues are, so that the various authorities would have to, in a way, visit these facilities and get the issues addressed. We know there are a number of issues that really can be dealt with when it comes to health, education, roads, whatever have you. But some attention must be paid to some of these places. We know we have municipal or district assemblies in these areas. The municipal or district chief executives are there to address the issues, or the health secretariat are there to address the issues. And also we have the MPs in these areas to also address the issue. So we want to speak to Shawana. Maybe she can join us via phone and give us details. If maybe the Zoom is not working, she can join us via phone and give us details of what really the issues are when it comes to this particular area, so that we will best understand how the situation has really been dealing with, or the situation has persisted for a very long time. But we have our Northern Bureau Chief, Shawana Yusuf, joining us. Shawana, good morning.
Hi, Philip. Good morning.
I trust you are doing well.
Very well, thank you. Yourself?
I'm doing good. The Sabare CHPS compound, for how long has it been in existence?
Okay, so this CHPS compound has served the people of the area for over 10 years now. It's been there, and they've been using it all this while. But and it's serving over 9,000 people in the area.
Hold on, 9,000?
9,000.
How many beds do they have there?
So with the CHPS compound, I spotted only 3 beds. 1 bed at the recovery area for pregnant women, another bed at the consulting area, which is more like the detention area, in case they are not admitting you, like they detain you there. And there was also a 3rd bed in another cubicle I spotted over there. So 3 beds, but the rooms are just, 3. The delivery room, one of the cubicle, and the consulting area. That was where these beds were spotted, yes.
Right, but how long has this place been in existence for?
So I mentioned for 10 years it's been serving the people.
Yeah, okay, so 10 years it's been serving the people. Has it always been in this situation? Or has there ever been a time that, yes, there were like, everything was well equipped, or let's say mismanagement and misuse of things, and that's where we are right now?
Well, so probably because of, from the existence of the CHPS compound, limited infrastructure. So, a CHPS compound status is not like a regional hospital or a health facility. So it is that small space that is serving the people. And with time, all the equipment and then everything they have over there has gone bad. Most of them, they can't use them again, and they are now improvising. You saw where they hang the drips just to give pregnant women some drips in case they need them. They have to hang it all the way in the ceiling and then channel it through to the bed, which is down, to serve the people. So, with time, they needed um, some renovation or probably enhancement of some of the medical supplies they used to serve the people, but that's they didn't get to have, and that is what has gotten them to this particular point where they have to manage. You can even see rusted stuff in the delivery room in there, and it wasn't a palatable one at all. It wasn't a good one to watch. But again, this is the only facility the people of Sabari have to seek medical attention, unless of course it became critical and something out of place that this particular chief compound can take care of, and the people will have to travel for over hours to get to Zabzubu to access healthcare in the capital.
Shawana, let's understand this thing. Sabari, where exactly is it located? Using Tamale, which is the capital of the northern region, as the landmark. Explain to us where really Sabari is located in the northern region.
So Sabari is at the Tatale area, Tatale Zabzubu area. That's after Yendi. You drive far ahead to locate Sabari. So after Yendi, it takes about 45 minutes more to get to where Sabari is located. So, I mean, yes. And it's under the Tatale district and not also far from the Zabzubu area.
So with this area you just mentioned, we know that the CHPS compound serves, say, a small number of people. But looking at this 9,000, that's huge. If this facility is not working or they are not able to get health care at this facility, where else are they supposed to resort to? Or which facility is the biggest after this or before this?
They either go to Zabzugu or they go to Tatale to access healthcare. And distance is a major challenge. And source of transportation is also an issue of concern that the medical staff raise, especially when it comes to emergency cases. For instance, a pregnant woman comes to the facility to deliver, and for one reason or the other, they are not able to make headway and they need to refer. How to take this woman all the way to the district capital for medical attention is a major issue. So for some of the CHPS compounds in the region, some of them are fortunate enough to have covered tricycles that have been made or used as ambulances. I mean, it's been repurposed to serve as an ambulance to each CHPS compound. But unfortunately for the Sabari Health Center or the CHPS compound, they don't have anything like that. And in case there is an emergency and there calls for the need for transportation of a patient, the resort to either using a tricycle, as in the yellow, commonly called here, or a motorbike to transport this person all the way, which they say is not safe at all, most especially for emergency cases.
And I've seen some good gesture coming from the group that went there to donate some items. Aside this, have you gotten any information as to when last some sort of renovation exercise was done at this particular facility, and when last somebody came to their aid, if not for this group?
So they tell us that this particular donation by the Next Answer Generation Foundation was the first of its kind.
Really?
They've been looking forward to it for so many years now, which hasn't come yet. And they express gratitude to the foundation for making time to bring them these. Though they are not enough to cater for all their needs, they are also calling for, most especially, renovation of the facility. Philip, it will interest you to know that the day we went, we arrived at the place, the facility was actually infested by bees. And instead of the handing over to be done at the facility, it had to be moved to the chief palace because it wasn't safe for people to stay. So you can imagine the facility where people go when they are sick would also serve as a threat to them because of the bees that are around. And they indicate that the structure needs serious renovation. And if you come to the facility for medical attention, you first of all will have to go to the town center and buy a notebook. And they will use that as your record book because in the facility, they don't have anything like the hospital record book that we all know. So all the patients in there have to go and buy a notebook and then bring it to the health service providers in there, and they will use that as your record book to keep records for you. And they lack a lot of, you can imagine if they lack this basic necessity to keep records of patients, then it tells you how much they lack in there and the need for serious attention to be given to the facility.
Wow.
All right.
Sabare is located in which constituency?
Sabare is within the Tatale area. Yes.
No, so the constituency. I want the constituency.
I'm not able to tell the constituency offhand.
Oh, that's
It's
fine.
supposed to have been Amino Alabire's area, but
That's fine.
due to his unavailability, I had to step in.
Okay,
Yes.
that's fine. I'll find out.
All right. So talking about keeping information and buying of notebooks, can you take me through that process again? So when the notebook is bought, is it kept by the health provider, or the patient takes it home and bring it back at any time they want to use it?
Well, so it's kept by the health provider like they would have kept your personal record book in the hospital.
Right.
But the facility don't have these books to keep the records. So the reason why patients have to buy it. So if you are able to see the video that captures the consulting area, you will notice that we captured some exercise books on the table, and that was what the purpose was meant for. And they don't have space at the dispensary. They don't even have medicine. When you are sick and you come to the hospital, you literally have to buy everything, including paracetamol. And this is a major issue for the people. And you can imagine Northern region and the remote areas of Northern region where people are battling for their daily bread. They still have to battle for basic health care. And we think government needs to turn their attention to this particular area.
All right. So I see from the video, I see a lot of women and children, sitting at the reception area. But the question here is, when it comes to the issue of maternity, giving birth, how do they handle that? And let's say, how many women use that facility probably in a month?
So they tell us that this is the first point of call for all pregnant women, for all women who are in labor, because it's the closest health facility for them. But unfortunately, the bed you are looking at, for a normal delivery bed, it needs to have a stand to support the legs stand, to support the leg of the woman when she wants to push. But unfortunately, this does not have it. And it would interest you to know that when these women get to the point of having to push, and they are all frail and they don't even have the energy to move on. They are asked to hang their legs, which is very difficult for them sometimes. And the midwife tells us that what they usually would do is to let relatives of these women who are in labor to come into the delivery area and support the woman with her legs. So you'll be pushing, and then you have your sister or your brother standing beside you, if not your husband, trying to hold one leg here and the other person holding the other leg to give you the support you need to push. And for me, I think this is something we shouldn't have gotten to. In trying to bring life to this earth, as a woman, you still have to go through these processes. So we are calling for urgent attention.
Wow. I just checked. It's in the Zabzugu constituency, and the MP is Al Hassan Omar, aka Abako. Maybe honorable, you'd want to lobby and get some things into your constituency, especially the Sabare Chips compound, as we are saying right now. You made mention of the fact that place it was infested with bees when you went there for the exercise. How many health workers are there? And what did they tell you? How are they coping with such an environment?
Well, thank you, Philip. They say it is not an easy thing for them. But again, for passionate health workers who want to support the people with health care, they have no option than to bear with the situation. I met about 4 staff, if I'm not mistaken, the midwife, an assistant nurse, the nurse in charge, and then there was also another person supporting the midwife. So 4 staff for the facility. And yes, they are managing. For them, it is not easy. And these were people, when they mentioned their name, you knew very well that they were not coming from the area. they needed to accept posting to this area, and yet they have to go and work in this kind of conditions. Sometimes let's not run away from the truth. Most of our health service workers will run away from this situation because it's not even safe for they themselves to operate in such a space. I mean, a space where you can't even have common gloves to use in taking care of your patients on daily basis by putting your own health at risk. So, I mean, I think it's high time government looks at the situation. Then, I mean, we can still have most of our health workers who especially have passion for the job and passion in saving lives to stay back to serve our country.
Shawana, thank you so much for your time. Shawana Yusuf is Northern Regional Bureau Chief for ChannelOne News and also CTFM. She brought us this rather troubling story from Sabare, and the Sabare Chips compound in the northern region. This is in the Zabzugu constituency. Well, fortunately for us, we have Evans Ajekum, nurse in charge, Sabare Chips compound, joining us. Good morning, sir. Hello. Good morning, sir. Hello, Evans.
Hello, good morning.
I trust you are doing well.
Yes, please, I'm fine.
Good.
Hope you are fine too.
Yeah, I'm good. Looking at your name, Evans Ajekum, you are nowhere. I don't think you are an indigene of Sabare. What took you to Sabare?
Oh, okay. I'm a health worker, so I came there because of work.
So you were posted to the place.
Yes.
When you got there, what was your initial impression of the place? What did you think of the place before maybe you started work as a health worker or the nurse in charge of that ship's compound?
Okay. Before I was posted there, I had already been posted to a different facility, so it was quite okay.
Okay, so you getting to Sabare was okay for you?
Yes, because the facility that I was working was almost similar like that place, and I knew how the terrain was, so it was quite okay.
Where you are is very noisy. If you could move a little so that we can have conversations and understand what the challenges are in that area, and again what you really want the government to do about it. Let's understand from you some of the challenges that you are facing at this CHPS compound, because you understand that for 10 years of existence, well, just recently you had an assistance from some benevolent individuals coming there to give you equipment to go about your day-to-day activities.
Okay, so at the facility you're having some departments. You're having the RCH department, you're having the OPD department, and then the department that have also been going for the outreach is the weighing. So each of the departments are having some challenges. So for the OPD, where we are doing the consultation is where our one bed was also. So while we are doing the consultation, there's some sort of no privacy. We were supposed to be screening, but the screen was not working. And another thing was the clients are not having folders. So when they come, unless they go and buy a exercise book, then we generate some details inside and make them as the folders for them. With the way inside to that's the reproductive and child health too, they don't have our vaccine fridge is almost full. When you are holding it, sometimes it electrocutes you. The scan machine that we're using to take the scan for the women too, it's not there. And when they come, for you to generate the code, you have to get a laptop and then work on it. They claim that to be working. You're having only one laptop, and it's also in a deplorable state. So these are some of the challenges that we are having. The spacing too is too small. We are having only one bed, and even where the woman has to be delivering to was a challenge. The delivery bed was too bad. So they say that they cannot even put their fridge as a place to support them to deliver. So the challenges are enormous. There are a lot.
with these challenges you've listed or you've outlined, have you spoken to any authority, be it the health secretariat or the municipal assembly or district chief executive in the area, or the member of parliament, to tell them at least, please, we need help, come to our aid?
Please, I couldn't get you clearer.
I'm asking that with the list you've given us, what you've outlined as the challenges at the facility, have you told anyone, an authority? And if yes, what have they been telling you?
Yes, some of the authorities are aware, but they are also restrained. There's not anything that they could do. They've been helping within their means, but it's not anything that they can offer us.
All right, so when it comes to the issues of women and maybe the amount of beds that you have in this place that I'm looking at, how do you handle the maternity issues? Because obviously this is the first point of call for a lot of women. How do you handle that?
Sometimes, if the woman is in labor, we have to help them. Sometimes the relatives have to come and then hold the leg so that the person will be able to deliver. And after delivery, because of this, the laying in is having only one bed. So within like an hour or two, we have to discharge them.
Right. And how many people come into this place every day?
In a normal day, we have not less than 25 to 30 patients.
Right. And do you have enough workers to handle all of them?
I couldn't get you.
Do you have enough workers to handle, like, do you have enough colleagues that you all handle this together, or you need more hands?
Actually, we need more hands. The whole facility is having only one midwife. So if you imagine when she's attending to the antenatal care and then someone is in labor, she has to leave all those who are coming for the antenatal and attend to the labor cases.
Right.
Wow. Ivan Sajakum, thank you so much for your time. We understand you are in a vehicle, so we wouldn't want to take much of your time. He's in charge, nurse in charge at Sabare Chips Compound in the Zabzugu constituency. Please and please again, I keep saying this, that as citizens, we want to put our issues before our authorities, because one way or the other, we pay taxes and we expect that at least certain things should be done to help us. That is why we go in and vote. So if a member of parliament or a DC or whatever the authority, the person holding the authority is, or whoever the person is, at least try and take some action and try and address these issues. We understand that members of parliament are supposed to lobby. You are supposed to be a good lobbyist. So if at least you are able to get foreign nationals or you're able to get donors to come and help these people in your constituency, one way or the other, it helps. We wouldn't say that go and sit in parliament and do yeah or no without taking anything to your constituency, or be relying solely on what the government is going to give you. Those monies that the government will give you, there are other things that in a way are demanded in your constituency that you can use for. But at least if you are able to lobby and lobby well, it's difficult. I'm not saying that it's easy for you to do. It's very difficult when it comes to these things. But we can see a facility that, according to our reporter, serving about 9,000 people, and we have about 3 beds there. And even with these beds, we have some at OPD, we have some in the maternal unit, and we have another elsewhere. And even with the maternal unit, we really do not have a way to give the women the best of care. How can you be giving birth and a family member has to hold your leg up in the sky before you'd be able to give out you'll be able to push in this particular facility? No, we should move away from this thing. We are 68 years old as a country. We are already in retirement. We should be getting the best in this country. We shouldn't be sitting in this country and be thinking of doing things that at the end of the day wouldn't serve the would be beneficial to the general public. We are paying taxes. Sabare Chips Compound is just a case study. There are other chips compounds too that are maybe in a very deplorable state that we voted you as the member of parliament in the area, or you've gotten the nomination as the DCMC. Pay attention to these places. Let's make our country the best that we can for our citizens. Let's speak to the assembly member for Sabare electoral area. His name is Kwesi Daniel Kabulija. He is joining us for us to have conversations on this. He is at the assembly front, so he should know what really the government is doing about these things. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
First of all, the Sabare Chips compound. I'm sure you've visited the facility and you've seen what the issues are. What have you seen at this facility? What can you tell us? And what really is being done at the assembly level to resolve some of these issues?
Okay. The Sabare Chief comment, as you said, the problem that we are battling on as far as the assembly take over from the previous assemblyman. I took it as a point to send it to the district assembly for us to see how we are going to do so that the place will be developed aside of the way it is. Because having looked at ever since Sabare Chief compound was established, there are so many lapses.
Honorable Daniel, please, if you can move away a little from where you are. We are getting terrible feedback. Is it that maybe your TV set is on, the volume is too high, or you are somewhere that we can get terrible feedback so that at least we can hear you clearly and understand what you are saying? So reduce the volume on your TV set. I think that's the problem.
Okay. I am okay now.
Okay, that's fine. Or if you like, put off the TV totally so that we can hear you. At least we are getting the feedback still.
Please, are you okay now?
Thank you so much. So you can go ahead.
Okay. I said the Sabare Chief compound is a main problem that we are facing. And the assembly is also aware of this problem. And so when I took over from the assembly, I knew it before the member of parliament as well as the district to have a look at it. Natural fact, they also came and then look at the place. They'll be doing something to our aid to support. Hello.
We are still having a terrible feedback from your side, so at least we would have to get back to you later. I don't know, that the feedback is terrible. At least we expected that he would put off his television. I'm sure he's listening to himself, but unfortunately we couldn't get his side of the story. But the long and short of the issue is that is what the nurse in charge has indicated. The situation there is very bad. He went there to serve, and other colleagues, he said they have how many colleagues? Only one midwife for the area, and at least 25 women are visiting the facility every day, and you expect one midwife to take care of 25. Hey, why we didn't do ratio and proportion in school? No, these things, it's not helping. No, it's not helping. You have one midwife. Fortunately, we've not recorded cases of maternal mortality in a very long while. I think it's gone down. I don't know what is happening up there in the north, but we should pay attention to citizens. We should move away from the mindset of, I'm in my V8, I would have to drive all the way from the north to the south, come to parliament, do no. In the first place, the people who put you there are the citizens, are the people who voted for you in your constituency, and that is why they put you there, for you to come to parliament and make laws. And as part of the making of the laws, you need to lobby. You just don't go and sit in parliament and warm the seat, and at the end of the day, you leave the place and you don't take anything to your constituency.
But I actually like what you said about them looking for grants and donors.
Yes, you have to lobby.
When you look out there, there are a lot of people, international NGOs helping.
There are a lot of opportunities as well.
Especially when it comes to issues of women and children. There are so many organizations out there that are interested in helping women and children in deprived areas. I'm not saying this area is deprived, but obviously the hospital or that CHPS compound is very deprived. So I think most of these MPs should know that and be proactive when it comes to these issues. It's because that is why the people have voted for you, to go out there and speak for them. It's not about us coming here to speak about it every day. And I hope that after we speak about this, someone will actually be kind enough to help these people, because thinking about how these women give birth, it's pathetic.
What even baffles me is the fact that you've been giving birth and you have to get somebody hold your leg, put your leg in the sky so that you can comfortably give birth. Like, what? Where does this thing happen? Where should this thing happen? In which country? We are developing. It's a country we are developing. So at least some of these things should be things that we need to put behind us, so that we move on as a country. Because you don't go to a CHPS compound. And I can say a very big congratulations to the nurses that have chosen to be there.
Like him.
Yes, Evans Ajekum.
Yes, and you know, he's actually being very humble about it, because when we started in the beginning, he was like, it's okay. It's not okay, Evans.
And he indicated that where he's coming from is worse. So if this where Evans is now, and he's saying that this place is okay and quite better than where I was, then I think we need a total overhaul of our health sector in this country. Honorable Minta Kando, please, we beg. In all your doings, give some attention to the rural areas. In all your check-ins and all your visits to Rich Hospital, to Kolebu Teaching Hospital, to Atimota, to Bank Hospital, to UGMC and all that, please visit some of these deprived areas, the rural areas. Get to see it for yourself. We know how vocal you were when you were in opposition. You were the ranking on the health committee. You were very loud when it comes to issues. We want to see that same momentum, that same zeal in you to change the health sector. That is why we put you there as the sector minister by the president of the day. He put you there as the sector minister. Please change it. If for nothing at all, just pay attention to what is happening at Sabare. If Evans is saying that this is better than where he was, then I think we are not getting anywhere good. But if really some changes must be done, for us, our cameras are here. You definitely bring our cameras and we show the good work you are doing. And also you let the general public know that you are doing a good job. So please, if there are some items you would want to give to the Sabare CHPS compound today, let us know. We will bring our cameras there. Our correspondent is there on the ground. She will bring the cameras and we will definitely put it out there that the government is doing something and is doing something good when it comes to health. Chris, I still can't think, Father, your legs must be held for you to give birth at Sabare CHPS compound. 68 years as a country. Oh, big shame. It's a big shame. It's a big shame. You are speechless. Let's